All right, in today's video, I'll share with you some insights about Qatar and what's going on in the Qatar market. By the way, if you have questions about the Qatar market, just comment down below because I'll make a follow-up video to this. I spoke to one of my contacts who's based in Qatar. He lived his entire life in Dubai and Qatar. Okay, born, raised, all the stuff. So he's one of those NRI, non-resident Indians, and he's not a young buck. He's like my age, almost in his 50s. And, I just had a conversation. Okay, how are things? What's going on? What is next? So it was a random conversation. He's also part of my groups, WhatsApp groups. So value added guy, someone I deeply respect. So here are his views. Post your questions or comments down below if you feel something that he has said wrong, or if you want to hear straight from the horse's mouth, just post it because I will be making up a follow video. Okay, so in no particular order, these are the 27 points. If I get something more, I'll add up. 27 points that he shared. Number one is he never expected, but he lost his job from with a multinational company. He lost his job. And he never thought he would lose his job because he was not only focused on, I can't share those confidential details as to what company and what position, but senior level position. He was in charge of the Qatar market. He was in charge of the Middle East market and certain outside European segments. So he was very shocked that he lost his job. And when I asked him what was the reason, whether it was politics, whether it was bad business, he said that the company was cutting down on costs because business had slowed down. After the FIFA, everything went real up and sales were super high and everything was, going great. Every 5 years, the cycle up and down. So after FIFA, where he made a lot of money, a lot of bonuses, a lot of commission. In fact, he was more like getting $10,000 per month was a child's play, and getting a bonus on top of that was just so frequent. We were actually building castles in the air. He's saying I was getting so much money, extra money in terms of bonuses, commissions, completed tasks, whatever. It was just a happy phase. He just built a separate account, investment fund. He was the smart guy. And he said, just kept saving money. Okay. However, after the FIFA, everything got over, everything started to go down. And due to which business was down, and they started cutting down on costs. They started cutting down on staff. And they followed the typical protocol of having one manager. If he has 4 or 5 people under him, so it'll be one manager. Can you do the job of these extra guys? So we'll get rid of them. We'll give you a little extra salary, not the total of 5. You have to manage the job. You can't manage the job. You go, we'll get someone else. Or we'll have the guy below you take up the senior level role, and then you're not required. So people were exceptionally pressurized. And it was a slow drip process of getting people terminated. And eventually, he never thought he would be at the chopping block. And he said, it eventually did happen. I got the pink slip, and I was very surprised that he was not shocked. He got into a kind of a depression because he's a guy who once upon a time ran a multi-million-dollar business, seriously. But unfortunately, due to COVID, he lost everything. So what he told me is, after I got terminated, I was like almost 10 to 15 days locked up in my room. I couldn't think of anything. And then I asked him, how did you get out of depression? Like, what happened? So he said, I realized I had to pull myself back up because I have children, I have a wife. I can't be like this. So he started to go for walks. And it seems that there is this massive library in Qatar. I don't know what it is. This is what he told me. It's mega huge. He's like, Loy, this would be your paradise. You'd want to, it's like Disneyland. So, and it's everything is for free. You can read for free. It's transportation to there is extremely cheap. He gave me some small amount. He said it takes hours and hours. If you were in Dubai, you would spend a fortune. But here it is, the transportation so well developed, and it's not like traffic bumper to bumper congestion like in Dubai, because he was in Dubai as well as Qatar. So he said a beautiful library. So I was to go there, I was to read books. And thanks to my content, he got inspired to read inspirational books. And that is why he decided to take charge of his life and upgrade his skill level by taking on additional qualifications that would add value to his job. And now he's doing multiple certifications, because of which he was able to, have a focus, have a new goal. And then I said, are you going through still a tough time? And this is where he surprised me. He said, being a senior person who lived in Qatar, who has Qatari experience and who has this some Qatari code or whatever ID, um, they don't give visas to new people. Like someone who has never been to Qatar, they will not give you a new visa just like that. They want to cut down on getting new people. They want to cut down on low skill level stuff. Like 500,000, they are trying to remove all these low level, especially Indians. They are trying to remove 500,000, I think, every year. They want to reduce the dependency on only one country or one nationality or one particular group of people. They really want to make it international, and they want to attract the top talent. He's saying, unlike Dubai, which is constantly being splashed on social media or the news, we are going to get the best cryptocurrency brains. We are going to get the best professionals. We are going to get PhDs, Nobel Prize laureates. He told me Qatar is very quiet. They're doing it systematically. They're not making a big noise. So to get new people, it's almost like nobody wants it. Almost it's not impossible, it's almost impossible. Every new person, you'll have to spend a huge amount of money, documentation, reasons have to be given, especially if one company has only Indians, only one particular nationality. They will probe like why you can't get any other different nationality. And there is a very strong focus on Qatarization, like Emiratization, local Qatari nationals. And he said, but one thing is, the Qatari nationals are paid like, he said, 10 times more than what a normal person would be paid. But they are he said, unlike Dubai, who's constantly trying and is strict, Qatar is exceptionally strict. He's saying they will not even leave a small time business. You have to have a Qatari national working there. The Qatari government, under the leadership of Sheikh Tamim, they are very particular that Qatari nationals have to be employed. Only drawback is their salaries are way too high, exceptionally high. It's like 10 times, that kind of thing. Obviously, it's their country. He also mentioned that construction workers and all these low skill level people, or they just want to get rid of them because they don't want to have too many of these low level skill guys. They want to have high income earners. They want to have a lot of people with a lot of brains who are using technology. He said even AI is used to enhance talent. AI is used to enhance work. AI is used to enhance productivity. AI is not being used to replace people. And he said where the Qatari citizens are there, Sheikh Tamim has actually managed to have a program. He didn't have much details about it. This is what he said. This is as far as I know. That AI is being taught and they are being trained how to use it to enhance productivity and to bring out the best. He also mentioned that Qatar doesn't want to bring in like a massive population. They're very happy with a very slow population growth. In fact, to get professionals is very hard. He surprised me by telling me that after he got terminated, he didn't know whether he'll get a job offer. He got 50 places where he had applied. He got, called for interviews, out of which now he has 10 job offers. And he's saying in Dubai, it would have been impossible. 50 interviews. Can you imagine 50 interviews and 10 job offers already? And he was so optimistic. He said, I am 100% sure I'm going to get finalized it by next month. That is, it's 31st August, so next month is just 1 or 2 days. He said within a week or two, I'll be confirming. Very hard to get industry professionals, very hard to get people with experience, but they're very particular that if you have a Qatari, ID, it's more easier. So if you apply for a job in Qatar without a Qatar ID, they're not even going to look at your CV. They'll just dump it. Okay. He also mentioned some of the drawbacks that are there. There's too much of ass kissing, too much of clannishness, too much of supporting their own people. He mentioned the name of another company where they got this main guy who belongs to X nationality, and because this guy belongs to X nationality, he only got his nationality people on board, and he thought he was in the safe zone. But end of the day, productivity, revenue, and performance is highly focused on. And given the fact that he was just employing his own, people who will kiss his ass, but he didn't show any improvement in performance, he himself got terminated. He gave me an example of another company where they bought this guy from a competing brand. He was working there, and he started bringing all his chamchas or all his, ass kissers once again, his own goons there. Once again, he overpromised, he under-delivered, so he was replaced. So he said, "You can't bullshit and get away with it. Qatar is a very small place. Everyone knows everyone else." I'm reading, just checking if I missed out any new points. So he said they don't issue new visas that easily. The visas are issued based strictly on merit and rarity of your skill and talent. He said that in some other companies, they are employing people like they are actually scouting talent, and they don't mind spending a lot of money, but you really have to be worth it. There's a lot of focus in taking people with Qatari experience and who have the Qatar ID. Ah, about given the fact that he has children, he said school fees was compared to Dubai, he said, man, here it's paradise. So where Dubai was like 10,000 dirhams or more than that, or 15,000 per month, he was paying, his children are like, nearly going to start their college. He was only paying 800 bucks. And he's like, the education is good enough. And he's not a dumbass, by the way. He also was born and raised in the Middle East. So he told me that electricity is low and water was more expensive in the area where he stayed. Rents were very expensive. Transportation, he told me, was very cheap. He told me about that library, which is world class. He said, truly, you feel like going studying and being there. Internet was free in. I don't know if it is still free over there. Okay. He did mention that during the World Cup, internet was free, transportation was free, a lot of entertainment was free, even food was free. He's saying it was actually like Disneyland. He's saying even though the West tried to give a lot of negative publicity, it was just the most happiest time. Qatar's economy is going to explode from 2027 onwards. It's already gearing up for the vision of 2030. Same with Saudi, which also claims, and Dubai claims every year. He's saying, but Qatar is sticking to its plan. They have a slow, steady game plan, and they actually have, variables to score it. Qatar's investment is outside Qatar. He said some of the most expensive and lucrative properties are owned by Qatari sheikhs. They don't make a big noise about it. Saying literally you go to some of like London or Europe, all the most expensive investments and purchases are made by Qatar, but they don't advertise it. They don't make a big noise like Dubai. He's saying changing jobs in Qatar is not like Dubai. It is not changing jobs in Dubai is not. What did he say? Is not a breeze or is a breeze? I'm not sure about this. So, but yes, what he did mention, what I'm sure about is you cannot open up a business that easy like Dubai. They don't give visas like popcorns. Yeah, you can visit Qatar, but they are not going to give, like, you can open up a business and with no verification, and you can con people and run away. Saying the number of scams in Dubai it's just become a daily laughing joke. He's saying even opening a bank account, even taking bank loans, credit cards, not at all easy. They'll verify, they'll check your collateral, they'll check your business, they will check your documentation. Everything is hardcore. They don't take it very lightly. There is tremendous amount of focus on human development. That has been the vision of Sheikh Tamimi. And they do not tolerate social media nonsense and gimmicks. Like if you have expensive sports car, you want to show off, and you put all these dangerous stunts of racing or dancing and all that. He's saying as soon as you come on the limelight and they spot you, they will just confiscate your vehicle, or they'll fine you, or you'll be jailed. You're speaking in comparison to Dubai, where this is actually encouraged, that influencers have to hype things up. He's saying here they don't believe in that. They believe in substance over sizzle. He also mentioned that I asked him, so after a particular age, if after 60 you have to retire, where would you go? He gave me a hint about there's a new provision, or there is a new decree or policy that has come out where expats, if you add value and you're working for the royal family or the sheikhs, they will give you extended visas. There was one British guy who he talked about who is 85 and he got visa extensions until then. So he said, if you do add value to the country and you are a resource, they will definitely take care of you. But then again, you have to prove yourself. So overall, he was pretty optimistic. I was very happy for him because losing a job is not easy. And he did say that yeah, I did tell him that I'll make a follow-up video. So he said, send me a list of questions that you have. So that is why I'm asking you guys. If you have any questions, I can compile it together, keep it confidential, send it across to him because I would want to add value and share with you stuff that is not mentioned in the papers. Remember, otherwise, what is the point of you looking at my videos? And last but not the least, oh yeah, and he said, it is not as extreme as Kuwait. Kuwait wants to get rid of Indians and doesn't want Indians unless you are the creme de la creme. I think Qatar is almost there. And unlike Saudi, which has a lot of corruption and under the table bribes and all that, which he told me he has personally known and seen and heard from people, Qatar is you are under the microscope, so you can't get away with all this. If you get caught, you're in deep trouble. So yeah, send me if you have any information confidentially, email or WhatsApp or Instagram or whatever social media that you want. The questions or the comments, or if you know anything that you want to share with me and you don't want anyone else to know, I'll always keep your identity confidential. Hope this helped, and yeah, I look forward to your questions, and part 2 will come out very soon. Having said that, you guys take care. This is me signing off.